good morning, or good evening, good afternoon, whatever time zone you're in, or whatever time you're watching this. Like my jellyfish. Good morning. So, hey, cool friend. So I thought we would do like a little get ready with me story time because you're nosy. So I've been wanting to tell the story time because it's very interesting, and I feel like my life is a movie. And if I had a regular YouTube channel where I tell y'all my business of my regular life, y'all would be like, you be going through it. Anyways, so I thought that we can do a little story time while I get ready for work, even though I don't even wear makeup to work, but just for the sake of this video, I'm gonna wear makeup today, but not too much. So I thought we'd do the story time of the time I used to work at a curly salon, and my boss tried to sue me. So basically, I'm just gonna get right into it. So let's backtrack a little bit to before, or how I got this job. So I used to go to cosmetology school, obviously. I finally graduated. I graduated in 2020, cosmetology school. I mean, if y'all want to see what I use NARS. We're starting with NARS. I'm not doing any foundation. I graduated cosmetology school in 2020, September 2020. So a year after that, I finally got my license. Like months, like almost a year after that. And then went to a career fair that my old school had because I didn't have a job at the time and I really needed one. I was like, I need a job. So I went to, they allowed me to come back for the little career fair. And a lot of times, I said this in my last video of like how I became a curly stylist. But basically everybody, you know, who was there is like looking for people who are about to graduate because they want them to work as soon as possible, and you need your license. So I already had my license, I already graduated, so when everybody found out there, everybody wanted me to work for them. So I, you know, was going around, they're all the freaking same. So there's one lady who had, who worked at the curly salon. She was like the manager at the time. And, you know, I went up to her and she was like telling me, oh, we're a curly salon. And I'm like, that sounds really interested. And I told her that I had my license. And she's like, oh, let me get your number. You know, we'll be in contact. Anyways, so that's how I found this job, did the interview, got the job, whatever. So it came down for me to, what's the word? I had to sign the contract, so I had to come in. And this was in, I didn't start the job until September, beginning of September. So I'm gonna say this is either end of August, early September. And I came in to sign the contract. I read that contract. Okay, I made sure I read it because, you know, I hear a lot of things and, you know, usually you don't, you just sign and you go. I made sure I read the contract, and I remember thinking, should I walk out? I thought that because a lot of the stuff in the contract, it was like too much. Like, I think the main thing that I saw was if I stay there, or if I'm there and I do education, you know, they provide education and classes for you, I have to pay that back. And from my understanding, this is a very important piece. From my understanding, you would get your education, say they had a class where y'all did a class, you would get the education, and then within a year you have to pay like 90%, I think it was, and then like another 2 years you have to pay 75 or something, 3 years like maybe like 50%, and then 4 years is when you don't have to pay it back. So I'm like, dang, like I'm stuck in here for 4 years and classes are mandatory, so you have to go to class, you have to get education. Editing C on here. So I forgot to mention, I did not take any classes. There was only one class, and it wasn't like a class that they paid for. It was just a model day. But I made sure that I tried my very hardest not to go any classes because I knew that I didn't want to pay, and I felt like I probably wasn't going to be there very long anyways because of that. But I did not go any classes, so there's another reason for her not to sue me, basically. So I was really thinking, like, I wanted to call my dad or my mom or something and be like, what should I do? Because, like, I was, like, nervous to sign it because, like, I'm binding myself into this. So that was my first red flag right there, okay? I read some other things. There's a little other things that I didn't really like, but that was the main thing that, like, really had me concerned, and I was like, I don't know. Anyways, obviously, I went through with it. So I went through with it and got my protein oatmeal. I come in here like editing Zan like 3 times in this video because I keep forgetting something. But as I'm editing, I just want a disclaimer. I am so sorry. I was trying to chug down. I was effing up my oatmeal, okay? So if you have like a fear or phobia of people eating, I was trying to get to work. Obviously, I'm here. So I was just trying to make the video, get ready. So I'm very sorry. That is not like me, but I was trying to scarf it down. I went through with it, obviously. I started working there. Honestly, everything was like all fine and dandy in the beginning. Like, it was a little awkward for me. But I do remember feeling weird. Like, I really wanted to do what I was doing there. But I don't know, I kind of felt like almost out of place. Like, I didn't feel like I belonged for a while. After a while, when I started getting like used to everybody and stuff, I felt like I could make friends. But I still feel like that specific building, that place, I don't know what it was. It was like the vibe was low-key off, but it wasn't like anybody around me at that moment was off. But now that I'm thinking about it, it was my mother freaking intuition. Hold on a second. I'm coming to 2. Hold on. Anyways, so whatever. The vibe was kind of off, but I finally, whatever. Now, I'm coming to realizations. Hold on. I was considered, I guess, an assistant. Like, I would help, like, style. I would help blow dry clients, but I would never like cut or anything. I didn't really get to education, like telling education, until like almost near when I like left. So I didn't really get to that point. Now, up until that point, like working there was okay. They had like little meetings like outside of the salon, like Thanksgiving together. Like, was it Thanksgiving? I think it was. Like, oh, it was like cute, you know, it was nice. So like at the moment, like at the time, they were pretty chill. I don't know how the heck my boss hid her personality for that long, but she did. I was always a real. My attitude is still the same. I don't know how she did that. I'm using benefit. So everything was okay. You know, when you're working at a job, there's always little things that you don't like. You know, like, why did she do this? Why did she do that? Why did she let the client, you know, do this? Like, why did she let the client run on? You know, there's little things like that. But like, I feel like that's any job. You always gonna talk ish about any job you work at, but whatever. But for the most part, it was okay when I started. Now, I started in September of 2021. I don't know, I'm low-key, that like I said, I was coming to realizations, because this has happened to me recently, but like with a person. I don't know if you've ever felt, I'm pretty spiritual, I would say. When you're not supposed to be around someone or in a situation, I feel like your body kind of tells you. Towards the beginning of the year, because I started 2021, September, October, November went by, more in January, I think like probably December, January, February, I started getting really sick. Like, I was sick every single month. I am not joking. I was so sick, and it always started with a sore throat. Then I'd go into really bad fever. Like, I literally went to the hospital multiple times because of how sick I was getting. So now that I'm thinking about it, like, I kept saying, like, maybe it was because of COVID, and, like, you know, because, like, nobody could literally tell me what. I would go to the doctor or hospital, no, they would test me strep throat, COVID, flu, like, all that, and I didn't have anything. So, benefit again. So now that I think about it, like, it could very well be, like, the after effects of COVID, even though I had it a year prior. But I also feel like it was my environment, now that I think about it. And I feel like my body knew before I did, low-key. Anyways, I was getting sick every single month, not even joking, maybe even twice a month, but like a couple weeks apart. Like, it was bad. So like mentally, and then on top of that, I was like, I think I was like going through things with my ex at the time. Like, it was a lot for me, so I was just going through it. I had to leave early a couple times. Like, I was going through it. But At that moment, I started to get sick and all this stuff, and it was just, I don't know where it came in, but I couldn't be there anymore. I don't know why. I'm like, this is what I want to do, but I can't be here. So I don't know what was going on. Anyways, I ended up quitting. So I quit, I thought it was like February, maybe March, but now I'm thinking maybe it was like April, May. Anyways, beginning of 2022, I quit. One of my reasonings mainly was because I was getting sick, mental health, all that stuff. I was also just not feeling it there anymore. Like, it was too much. Like, me personally, I can't work for people. Like, I did like it at the time, kinda, but like, it was too much for me. I felt like, honestly, that I was being held back because I was like, why am I not on the floor? Like, I've been here for months. Like, y'all say I'm doing this, I'm doing that. The only time I've ever cut someone was for an education, like, class, which was free. It was like a model day. It wasn't like education. But that was the only time I ever like cut somebody's hair. So I'm like, I feel I've been here for a month and I'm still not on the floor. Why? So that was another reason too. Like, I feel like I was being low-key held back. It was a lot. So I quit. I ended on good terms. Now I'm doing the Anastasia brow freeze. Now I ended on good terms. This lady even allowed me to come and work for her when they needed help, because obviously I quit, but I just couldn't be there full time. So like, anytime they needed help at like the front desk or for me to assist, she'd be like, hey, can you come this day? And if I was available, I would go. So everything was still fine and dandy up until this point. I would go, I would help, blah, 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 all that stuff. Well, I noticed, then I started posting on TikTok and stuff. So this is probably like, maybe like summertime. Like, I'm in my suite, cause I had my suite. She knew I had my suite, but at the time I did not do curly hair. I was just, like lashes, straight hair, all that stuff. So I was still in my suite, whatever. I started posting on TikTok a little bit, blah, 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 blah. Everything is still fine and dandy. I guess until I started like kind of going up on TikTok. So I noticed that she wasn't asking me to like come help anymore. So I was like, So I think maybe one of my old coworkers, because I had some of them on Instagram until they all got blocked. And I was like, oh, like I miss them. So I texted, because I was in the group chat, because I was still helping out, ungrateful little booty head. And I was like, oh, hey, I miss y'all. One of my coworkers texted me personally. She's like, hey, miss you too, boo. And I was like, why would you text me personally? Like, why didn't you just text back in the group chat? She was like, because my boss at the time, or ex-boss, took you out. And I'll go back to the group chat and it says, oh, I miss y'all. And then it says, you left the chat. I didn't leave the chat. I got kicked out the chat. So I was like, oh, okay. It's like that. I wanted to be petty so bad, but I was like, you know what, whatever. Now at this point, I'm starting to go up on TikTok. I'm starting to post on TikTok. I'm getting lots of like views, all that stuff. And I posted a video of how I cut my shears, or how I cut with my shears, because, you know, everybody and their mama be asking me. I explained why and how and all that stuff. Now, my boss, we're gonna call her Delulu, okay, because she's delusional. Delulu decides that she's gonna comment under my video of me, of why I hold my shears the way I do, and she says, because I taught you that, girl. And you know what, if I have a screenshot, because I know I did screenshot it, because after I found out all the stuff that I'm about to tell you, I made sure I screenshotted everything, because I have receipts. I'm gonna just block out her name if I do find it. But I'm like, ma'am, nobody asked me who taught me. And if she really wanted to be Delulu and go stalk my page, you can literally see there was a comment who someone was trying to be rude to me and was like, who taught you like how to hold your shears like that, like trying to be rude. And I was like, another very talented curly stylist. So she wanted to be all petty and stuff. I gave her creds. Nobody asked me who taught you that way. They said, how do you hold them and why do you hold them that way? Because they're better on my wrist. Like, when she did that, I deleted her comment and I blocked her, because why are you under my comments? You didn't say that congratulations on all your success, or, you know, I'm very proud of you, blah, blah, blah. You didn't say none of that. The first thing you do is get mad because I posted something about cheers. Okay. So I blocked her. The heck? You know what? This is why I'm successful right now, because I'm trying to see everybody win. You just want to see you win. And in my opinion, if it were up to me, nobody would be coming to your salon, because I feel like you're not even genuine with what you want to do. I feel like she's profiting off of people of color and people with textured hair, when all she does is swavy, wavy, really juicy curls. I have not seen you touch one person with 4C hair. 4A hair. So what are you doing? Who are you teaching? I'm confused. Anyways, I'm using Rare Beauty. Fast forward a little bit. I don't know why, but I was thinking about one of my coworkers for a little bit. And she actually texted me. We're gonna call her, I'm looking at Tracy. We're gonna call her Leaf, okay? So Leaf texted me one day. I was just out and about, whatever. She's like, hey Z, like, I know this is really weird, but like, do you have time to talk? And I was like, sure. So I get on the phone with her, and she's like, I just want to like talk to you because I really think you should know like what's going on, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, she tells me that Delulu says she was talking to one of the coworkers, and she was like, yeah, I officially started the legal process to sue Zion. I was like, huh? What did I do? And she's like, you know what her reasoning was? And I'm like, what? She was like, because you blocked her on TikTok. Ma'am, aren't you like 50-something years old? Coming for at the time, like 20-year-old, 21-year-old? Maybe even 19? I don't even know. You're being so petty because I blocked you on TikTok. Trying to sue me because I blocked you on TikTok. And you know, the reason why I believed her too, what she said, is because nobody knew that I blocked her on TikTok. I didn't announce, oh, well, yeah, I blocked Delulu on TikTok because she did this. Like, no, I just blocked her and I called her today. I blocked her on Instagram. I blocked everybody. Because, like, you're being weird. So, and that person, Leaf, is not someone to lie. Like, I trust her a lot. So I'm like, wow. So she was telling me that too, because at the time, she was thinking about quitting, and she felt she was gonna sue her for quitting. Now, the reason why she felt like she was gonna sue her is because Miss Delulu here loves to sue everybody that leaves because she's scared. Apparently, she's mad that as soon as you leave, you're gonna take her entire business with her for some reason, because I guess she's insecure that she can't keep her clients. I have no idea. But she sues basically everybody she leaves. Now, let's get into, look, y'all, I'm telling y'all, this is crazy, okay? I'm using, what am I using? Lord, LA Girl in the shade 01J9. And it's really old, so I don't even know if they still have this one. Now, I'm talking to Leaf, and she's telling me how one of the coworkers had just quit. And this coworker, she was older, not like super old, but she was like older, maybe like what, 30s? And she had just recently quit. Now, I guess she quit, and Delulu would not give her her paycheck. She took all her money. You're Delulu, because what is wrong with you? How are you gonna keep somebody's money? And my thing is this coworker, she was a really good coworker. Like, she was one of those who were doing her job. Like, I was like, girl, like, can you have a little bit of fun? Like, can you joke around a little bit? Like, she would do her job. She was a manager at some point. Like, she was a good employee, so you wouldn't think that she's gonna do anything like crazy, you know, when she leaves. She's just leaving. You know, people part ways. She was with you for over 4 years. Keep that in mind, 4 years, and you're mad because she's leaving. Editing Zion here. So I realized I forgot to mention that after the girl left, the one who was a really good worker, well, I thought that whenever we leave, we didn't have to pay any money back for the education. Because remember, I said that in the contract it said 4 years, and it's been 4 years for her. She came back and said, no, it's 4 years after each education or class. So basically, it's like a scam. You're constantly having to owe her money because you're constantly doing classes. So when that happened, she said, no, it's not that, blah, blah, blah. But then she ended up changing the contract and made it, because she worded it that way, and that's why I read it that way too. I was like, dang, I'm gonna have to be stuck here for 4 years. She reworded it to basically you have to pay it 4 years after each class. So you're constantly having to owe her money. And she made all the employees sign a new contract. You think she's gonna be with you till she dies? Anyways, so she quit or whatever, and Delulu is Delulu, and she held her check. So I guess, I don't know the entire story, but I guess she called the department of whatever, I don't know, to give her check back. Well, that got Delulu riled up. So she basically tried to say, file a cease and desist or whatever, and try to say that the coworker that left, that was a really good coworker, started stealing client information. Girl, are you that bored? Are you okay? Because I know she's watching this. There's just no way that she's not watching this. Are you okay? Like, genuinely. Because you're literally insane if you're sitting here, like, getting mad over people quitting or leaving or whatever and thinking they're going to be with you till they die. Like, people part their ways. Anyway, so she's sitting here talking about she stole the client information and tried to sue her for stealing client information. So I guess another thing too is I think she went, the coworker that was a really good coworker that quit, I think she went to another salon, and the other salon found out where she used to work, and they basically said, you know, we love you, but you're gonna have to go because we know Delulu and we don't want no problems. That is sad, and that says a lot. So honestly, I would have sued Delulu because now you're ruining my chances of going to work anywhere else because you're crazy. A lot of things are coming together because I'm like, yeah, she's literally Delulu. Because what's wrong with you? Why, like, are you okay? There is no reason. I've been trying to do this for like 5 minutes. There is no reason why, sorry, it's an ugly angle, why you should be acting that way with like your big behind age. Anyways, so then the one who my friend, or who told me like all that stuff, whatever, she ended up getting fired for stealing client information. But you know what's crazy is she stole client information, but after the girl who quit, and she was a really good worker, after she quit, Delulu changed the entire system so no employee can access any information of the client. All you can see is their name. You can't see their address. You can't see the products they used on them last time. You can't see nothing. So tell me how she's stealing client information. She can't even see nothing. I'm confused. How's she stealing client information? She can't see. So she just wanted a reason. Honestly, if I was her, boom, another lawsuit right there. Because now you fired me for no reason. That made no sense. So that is basically what happened. So I haven't got anything, notices or anything. I mean, I've moved plenty of times. She don't know where I live, so I don't know what she gonna do anyways. Because I moved multiple times after that. So I haven't got anything, but there's nothing for her to sue me for. You're trying to sue me because I blocked you on TikTok. What are you gonna say? I stole client information? How? I quit way back when. Also, in the contract, it says you can't have like a suite or something like within a 20-mile radius. Girl, I'm like way past that radius. So again, you can't sue me. I'm out of the year. Like, there's nothing to sue me for. I didn't do anything wrong. You're mad because I went up on TikTok. You're mad because I have clients now. I have a brand for myself. And I remember when I was working there, she also wanted me to like do a lot of like, because I had a previous business. I don't know if y'all know, but I did have a previous business that ended up going viral on TikTok. I had like 600 plus orders. Like, it was a great time for me at that time. So she knew about that, and I told her about it. And she wanted me to do her social media. I'm sorry, am I getting paid? Am I getting paid additional however much to run your social media to make TikToks for you? Because I don't think I am. So I would be like, oh yeah, I'm not doing that. What the heck? So basically she knew my potential. She knew that I was talented. She knew that I had social media, whatever the word is, like I could do social media, and that I know what I'm doing, and I could potentially help her business grow, even though they're already booked months and months and months and months in advance. So she basically sues everybody that leaves. Probably sues everybody she fires too. I hope and pray that the people there find their guidance, because let me tell y'all, please do not stay in that toxic environment. You know how many jobs there are out there? You could get paid way more. You could go, this is a whole nother thing. I started my suite with 0 clientele. I was in my suite for probably a year and a half before I gained like my clientele. And the only reason why I gained my clientele is because of TikTok. So you can do it. If you want to be on your own, you want to do this, you want to do that, you can do it. Do not stay in a toxic environment. For what reason? You could go out and find another job. Oh, I have children and this and that. Okay, do your little thing at night, hustle for a second. Let's, you know, you gotta struggle first. Trust me, I struggled a lot. It's a whole other video to make, but you gotta struggle first, and then you can do what you do. But if you don't struggle, you're not gonna get to where you want to go. But that doesn't mean you struggle in the toxic environment. You can struggle a little bit in the toxic environment, but you have to also struggle to find something better. So to my friends there's really only 2 of y'all that I like still over there. And even then, I'm still kind of mad at them because they didn't tell me, the other girl did. I hope and pray that y'all find somewhere new, because being in that environment and being in somewhere who's profiting off of all these people who don't even care, who just want the money, who travel. This lady travels to like British Virgin Islands like every month, which is great. You know, that is my goal. But like, I also love what I do. And I don't know if she loves what she does, but it doesn't seem like it, unless she just loves swavy wavy hair all the time. But you know what? She could love it. I don't know. But personally, the way she acts towards these people that are working for her and helping her because they want to leave is not acceptable. And it's not cute. So, if you know, you know. And yeah, so that's my whole story. I think I got everything covered. Anyways, so I know she's probably watching this video. Probably the look, because she has like, I don't know, 12 million different accounts stalking everybody because she's weird. Or one of her coworkers or her employees are probably gonna tell her. Shoot, I don't care. I know my business is doing great, and I'm very blessed and very thankful. And the only way you can have, let me tell y'all, let me give y'all a little piece of advice, okay? Not advice, I guess words, I don't know. You can have everything. Trust me, I had a lot, especially when I had my first business. You could have so much, and it can all go away. Let me just say that. You see all these people on TikTok getting exposed, and now their business has a 1-star review, and they had 500 5-star reviews. So do not play with people. Do not play with karma. You have to be genuine towards people. If you're not genuine towards people, yeah, you have this right now, but it can all poof and disappear. So be kind, be genuine, and want to see people win. Don't try to sit here and be jealous because, you know, whatever. It took me a long time to get to where I'm at and a lot of struggling. So there's no reason for you to be jealous when I took my hard-earned time to get to where I wanted to be. And I'm where I prayed to be, and I still have a far journey to where I want to go. So, anyways, I hope she gets better. I hope she sees this and realize, you know what, she's right. People come and go. So, anyways, say bye, honeys. Thank you for listening. She looks so funny right now. She's trying to eat my oatmeal. She looks so funny right now because she has a little haircut. It's okay. See, this is my summer cut. I look cute in the winter. Okay, go. But anyways, that is the story time. Go away. I will see y'all later. Thank you. We're doing a giveaway at 10K on Instagram. I'm trying to do curly tour at 300K on TikTok. And let's get it to what? 1,000 subscribers. Let's get this video up. Y'all send this to y'all friends. Let's get like 500 views or something. You know what? Let's get it to like 1,000 views. And then tell me what y'all want to see next. Because I can tell y'all whatever. Anyways, I love y'all, girlfriends. He's in front of my face trying to eat my cereal. Technically this is hot cereal. Well, y'all, I'll see y'all later. See y'all live later today because I'm going to work. I'll see y'all later.